This is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The Patriots. In today's game, it's a battle between two teams who come in with opposite win-loss totals on the year. It's the Bengals going up against the Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the I. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with Peterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Shift together here from the D-line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 1st and goal here from the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke gets it to Strong. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock is Locke. He's going to air one out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before replicate it, they have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. And the NFL's leading rusher from a year ago, Adrian Peterson, he still has gas left in that tank.
I think he's got a whole lot of it. Talk about topped off. This guy can flat out play. Who knows how much longer it'll go, but whatever it'll be terrific. Remember his dad nicknamed him AD for all day? How about all time?
3 times he's led the league. 4 other times he's been in the top 6 in rushing.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
On second down, Peterson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Dante Hightower on the stop. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Corey Grant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
Right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
No surprise at all that a Penn State linebacker named Paul Posluszny usually leads his team in tackles.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Block on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now here's the third-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And cuts out right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Oh, he trucked him. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. And that's a big one for AP. His 3rd of the season, but more importantly, 100 rushing touchdowns now in his career.
And what an accomplishment, because when you think about the normal careers of running backs, they're not around long enough to get close to 100 touchdowns scored on the ground. Adrian Peterson, often in a class by himself, one of the best we've ever seen.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but What's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Back to throw, Love. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They come out here in the eye. Now a first down throw, Luck. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They are going for it. It's Luck. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the eye. They give it to Peterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A lot of times, as AP goes, so goes the team. He's done well, the team's done well.
And usually when he does that well, other people do in addition, because now you can open up other things in your offense. But the bottom line is he is option number 1, and that's usually their best option. Just absolutely can brutalize a defense. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Strong grabs it over the middle. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st down, Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Luck throwing again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd down following the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catch.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Matt Asiata. As the first half is winding down. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One receiver left, 3 to the right. A final shot before the break, Newton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have
blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down is Love. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on third down, Luck. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and now it's fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. The play clock's running down. They are going for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Corey Grant with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They're going to go. It's Luck. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And he knocks it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 2nd down, here's Luck. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They go play action here on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots. 37 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And able to find Graham, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Luck. Strong grabs it over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Luck now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Luck on the sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal, and they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do. Adrian Peterson off to the races. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lardarius Webb. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
To throw on second down is Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Third and 4. From the gun on third down, Luck caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
On second down, here's Love. He's got time. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Throwing here, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And quickly, they get to the line.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, You might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Surveying the field. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Well, Charles, Foxborough, never, ever, under any circumstance, an easy place to win. But kudos, hats off, they got it done.
Yeah, and our guy Marvin, our statistician, he slid us the note, 91-16 here at home in the Tom Brady era. That's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
Hard to beat this team. They're not only well coached, not only are they talented, this crowd loves getting behind them.
So for Cincinnati, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.